What's up? We are the Freestyle Freaks. What is up tonight? It is Monday, of course. A little after 9 as usual. And we're at Hamilton Radio. We're the Freestyle Freaks. I'm Ralphie Rotten. And my right-hand man, as usual, Billy the Kid. Mr. Billy the Kid. What is up? How was your weekend?
It was awesome.
I'm going to tag you.
Right.
So we don't have to share. And
Let's go.
are we live? Are we live on
we're
Facebook?
Live. Hey, what's up, y'all?
Okay, I'm gonna tag you. This way we can
take a picture of myself going, yo. Picture of myself on.
All right, and you're on, brother. And you're on. You're on.
All right. Tag myself again.
Shout out to all the viewers and listeners. We got we got some good stuff talking tonight. We had an action-packed, well, not an action-packed, busy current event, week. How was your weekend? What did you go see and what did you do? How was your Valentine's Day? What's up?
Man, what I did was that I sent the eligible arrangement, to the job, a surprise. We ain't do nothing that in particular day, due to work schedules, kids, all of that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So did wind up going out to go see Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? That movie.
How was that?
Was freaking
from a 1 to
awesome.
10. We're not Siskel and Ebert. We're
Ralph
Cologne and Thomas.
I give it, man.
Ralphie Rotten and Billy the Kid. What do you give it? What do you give it?
The experience was unbelievable. I definitely got to go see it again. I give it 2 thumbs up and 2 of my big toes up. On a scale from 1 to 10, I give it a 12. How was the story? Well, I remember we got a glimpse of Black Panther. Yeah.
When we went for Hamilton Radio, I guess over a year ago, Hamilton Radio sent us to go see Civil War.
Yeah.
Captain America versus Iron Man, right?
Yep.
And that's where we got a glimpse of. Yes, we got a glimpse of, the Black Panther, and we already knew that they were gonna create a movie. You could just see the hype around it, and it was a new character being introduced. So, we knew we just could tell that, the timing.
Marvel up to something.
Yeah, they were up to something by adding all those characters into one movie, to introduce them, to get the people thinking.
Yep, and Black Panther was in there. Storyline, everything is pretty much the same. They just pick up where they left off, and not for no spoilers or nothing.
Because he was like a prince. He was like a prince or a king, right?
Yeah, he was a prince.
When we watched him, he was still a prince.
And that's why it's not a spoiler. I could say that his dad does die inside the movie. For anybody that's Marvel fans,
that we seen.
Yeah, everybody knows that his
the
pop
Black
dies.
Panther's dad dies in the movie we seen.
Yeah, and it picks up,
and that's where he becomes king.
Yeah, it picks up.
He was a prince when we seen it. So if y'all think we're not on that, we're already on that. I'm more of a Wonder Woman kind of guy. When I went one night, my wife and my daughter said, "Hey, let's watch Wonder Woman." So all right, we did, just a real quick. We jumped into to watch it, and in less than a half hour, they were both knocked out, asleep. I guess the beginning was too slow for them.
Yeah. And
the historical aspects, they were bored real quick, and a movie that I thought was gonna be, not that good, because when you grow up and see the original, you're thinking, ain't gonna be that. Man, that movie was insane.
Yeah.
And I got up to the next day, I said, y'all slept through this whole movie. This movie was insane.
Yeah. Don't that feel like a waste? Like when you go with somebody and like they go to sleep or something, or like.
Well, we watched it at home, so I didn't spend too much money.
Still, yeah.
We're talking about Fire Stick, jailbroken Fire Stick.
Try to muffle that.
Yeah. When you have jailbroken Fire Stick, you watch anything at any time, any given moment.
Yo, listen, you gotta go to the widescreen, man. Yo, you definitely gonna check out Black Panther, bro. Yo, that's widescreen stuff.
Well, I mean, I obviously my fire stick is inactive right now. We'll say I have to recalibrate it.
Illegalize it.
Bring it back to life. Give it some purpose again.
Okay, so we talked about what I saw. Now, what did you see?
Well, obviously it was Valentine's Day was a working day. It was it was not a going out day. So I waited till Friday to I said I was gonna go watch it. Yeah. So I'm gonna take my wife to go see it.
Go see what?
50 Shades Freed. And let me tell you,
who pulled that up there?
That's Ruben back there.
Yo, he is fast. He really pulled 50 Shades up that fast?
He's insane with it. He's insane with it.
It wasn't even done coming out your mouth before he pulled it up already.
But listen, I didn't think it was a bad movie. My take on it that it had too much sex. I'm not gonna lie.
So what? Scale from 1 to 10. What'd you give it?
I'll give it a 9. It was a great movie, but
so you take away the 1 point because it was too much sex?
Yeah, because because you're watching a movie because of the movie, but you're getting lost and you're trying to catch up in every scene, and you're like, damn, isn't this like the 50th time they just
orgasm.
It's just like, every scene, So I mean, I'm listen. Don't get me wrong. What guy does not like to view certain things?
Soft
porn, real porn. Who cares? As long as it's whatever you're into, but everybody likes to everybody likes to dabble into viewing.
Hey, did he say dabble? Everyone likes to kind of dabble
into the viewing of the naughty, nasty stuff.
Like Ruben looking it up now. That's why he pulled it up so fast, because he was already on it. He was already on it. You know how many windows he have up of freaky stuff, and that's what happened. That's what happened.
But listen, I like this. I thought the movie was a little bit better than the second. I'm not into that bondage crap. But people don't know that growing up. Remember the show, Ruben? Remember the show Miami Vice? You remember the show Miami Vice? Yeah. Don Johnson, the crazy Hawaiian shirt wearing guy. Mm-hmm. And you remember Melanie Griffith, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's her daughter. That's their daughter in the movie, Dakota Johnson. And she was relatively a nobody before, she did these movies.
Before the boobage came out.
There was entirely too much boobage.
A lot of boobage.
This go around.
A lot of booty do.
But they did say they were gonna go, further into, deeper and darker. But it was overall it was a good movie. I'm not gonna take anything. If you're a lady and you like that stuff, and you read the books, go see it.
That's what's up, man. Because you went out to go see 50 Shades. I went to go see Black Panther. We both got good reviews of the movies here.
I give it a strong 9.
He gives his a 9 from 1 to 10. I give mine a 12 from 1 to 10, man. Black Panther is what.
I mean, maybe because
my goodness, start to finish.
Maybe because I was watching, maybe I was watching it with a whole bunch of, people in the theater that, that people were like animals when they got out of there. So you're just watching.
Went straight to the sex chamber. You know what to do.
You know what I'm saying?
Press the button. The wall turns around, does a 360. You either grab the handcuffs, the whip, the ball.
It would have been a better movie had I not watched with everybody else.
Let me tell you something about that part 2. Let me tell you something about part 2 right quick.
But I give it a strong 9.
Those silver balls confused me at the time.
Too much.
Did they do the silver balls again?
No, it was too much action and not enough drama. It was dramatic. It was a good movie.
Did the 2 silver balls confuse you at first? I was confused when I first seen them. I was like, why would he pull out 2 silver balls? And it said zoop, and she was like, and I'm like,
listen, I'm pretty sure you've read about stuff like that, right, in your life?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know what the 2 silver balls were for.
Research more.
Listen. Every time she sneezed or laughed, they kind of moved around, and you kind of seen her joke. I said, "That's what those 2 silver balls do." Okay, I'm learning. I see. I like what you got going on there.
You gotta. It's. You know what? Just read the book. Read the book. Read the first book.
Now, if I read the book, man, them pages getting stuck together. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Read the book. Just read the book. If you read the book, I'm not gonna read the book. I'm not gonna read the book because I'll end up reading everything.
Yeah.
The
entire.
Listen, I'm a World War II kind of guy. You know, like I like reading about the history. You know, about the wars.
You're gonna learn about
the history about the countries.
You're gonna learn about some history.
Different countries.
So like, oh, so that's where the silver balls came from.
You know, I'm not
the silver balls.
I'm not into that S&M kind of crap.
I don't know, man. That looked kind of interesting, man. Hey, listen.
Whatever
any of y'all ladies out there try the silver balls, keep it real.
Listen, if you're into that silver ball stuff, if you're into that,
they gotta have a name for them. I just call them the silver balls. I don't know what the name of them are.
I'm not even gonna Google
I think
that.
they're called.
I
think they're called the metal schmesticles.
I don't know what they are. Stress balls.
Let's just say it rhymes. Let's just say it rhymes.
They're made to relieve stress.
It rhymes with schmesticles.
But you know, like I said, you know, I give it a good 9. You know, it's
5 books.
You know, if you're gonna go watch the movie with your, you know, significant other, whatever, it's a dude, girl, whatever, and you into that crap.
Don't go by yourself, because then people gonna feel like you like Pee Wee Herman.
Yo, there was a couple people in there by
themselves. Like, Pee Wee Herman it up, man.
Especially when you go out and you're when you're with your girl, you're like, you know, I'm okay to watch this movie because I'm with my girl. But when you see a dude by himself, and I'm thinking in my head, now what the hell are you doing here by yourself,
Mr. Pee Wee and Herman?
You know, so he might be a Dakota Johnson fan.
Hey, listen,
so.
All of the rappers that you heard going on back there, it wasn't because of Milk Duds or Skittles or nothing. That was a different type of rapper rumbling going on over there.
Well, I was at the very top.
Fat.
I was at the very top, so I didn't see any crazy.
They was fapping away. I can't go see no movie like that by myself.
It was a good movie though. If you want, if you're a lady and you haven't watched it and you're into that, go watch it. You're not gonna be you know, disappointed. And you know, your take on the Black Panther. What do you think?
12. I give it a 12 from
12. There's no such thing as 12. You got.
All right, but look. All right, listen. If it's 1 to 10, it's a strong 10. It's a 10 plus. I mean, it got shining and glittering all on the 10.
That sounds good.
Like my 10 is blinging.
It did massive in the box office.
Yo, they budget was 200 million. They made 200 million the first weekend, 40 million the first night. You understand me? It broke all type of records. And
today it's probably breaking records because a lot of people were off today.
That's the highest gross movie inside all of Black History Month and for President's Day as well. It's one of the top 5 fastest selling movies ever. They're in the top 5 fastest selling movies. Budgeted 200 million. Marvel gave them a chance. That 218 million, and mind you, that's only the weekend, let alone what it's going to pull in for like the entire month. And we're only talking here in America. You're not talking Europe and like all everybody else. Like when they rake in those numbers, man. But they made 218 million just over the weekend. So they made that budget back and some. And he meets his quota. That director, I don't know his name, but he meets his quota for the movies that he puts out. Yeah. So this dude, he not really knocking for opportunities no more, man. I think like this is his year to just step up and take it.
I think he just took it.
Like my man that did the lead role for Black Panther himself. Like he did some amazing roles. He did James Brown. He did Thurgood Marshall. He's another one. He's not going to sit there and knock on Hollywood's door and wait for them to. He could literally name his price right now.
Well, this movie
you couldn't name it.
This movie's well marketed. Listen,
everything strategy.
There's
everything.
Black Panthers merchandise everywhere.
Oh, that's about to go crazy. That merchandise about to go. I already got 3 shirts in the works that's about to get made. I saw a Wu-Tang shirt, but it's right where the Wu-Tang sign is, it said Wakanda. Oh, I want that. Monk, did you see that? The Wu-Tang shirt that got Wakanda, right where the Wu-Tang symbol is.
I seen a picture of talking about Wu. You rocking a Wu shirt?
Yeah. I had the brand new Wu-Tang shirt, man.
Did you tag me in that?
I think I did. I might have did, man. That was a Valentine's Day gift. You understand me? First thing I did, man.
I thought I was one of few that still rock a Wu-Tang shirt.
Wait till you see
3 or 4 different ways.
Wait till you see this Wakanda shirt that I'm about to get, man. So shout out to the Wu, man. Shout out to the Black Panther, man. Wakanda, man. I got everybody doing handshakes like this now. They go. Everybody do that. Yo, there's a chick in this movie, bruh, that reminds me of my daughter, man. She reminds me of Bree all the way. There's a part where he's talking to her, and you swear that the conversation is serious until she just switched. She was like, yeah, that's all good and fine and dandy, but what are those? And it just went to her shoes, and I lost it. Like, the movie theater lost it, man, because I'm like, that is definitely something that Brianna would do to Byron. Like, what are those? And then she set him up with something like his suit. She was like testing out his suit, right? Like, the more you hit it, it absorbs the energy. So that way, if you go to hit it again, it uses all that energy against you. So she said, kick it. So he kicks it. And they get all of this energy inside of it. He don't know what it's doing at the time. So she kind of like pulls out like this like recorder. Same thing Bree would have did to Byron. And she's like, now go ahead, kick it again. And he kicks it and just catapults across the room. And as he's trying to catch his breath, he's like, delete that footage. And I clearly see Byron and Bree. I'm like, classic brother and sister. They played the best brother and sister role, bruh, that I could even think of, man. She played the perfect little sister. Mad petty, mad annoying.
So I'm gonna have to go see it.
She mad petty, bro.
I didn't see that. I again, my Fire Stick is out of commission, so I gotta recalibrate.
Yeah.
So all the good movies are coming out.
Hey,
it's always like that. When your Fire Stick is working, the thing comes out. When your thing is not working, everything comes out.
This is a good moment though, man, because you caught 50 Shades, I caught Black Panther, man. We're just giving like some awesome reviews here. Like, there's nothing really bad, you know what I'm saying, that we could take from these movies, man. Like, I feel like both of them did good in the blockbusters. I couldn't wait to rub it in Sheba's face because she's such a 50 Shades maniac. As soon as Black Panther came out, I was just like,
Did she go with you this year?
No. She went out. That was a girls' trip. You know what I'm saying? With her and them for that 50 Shades.
You went
stuff.
out with the kids or just the guys?
Oh, what, for Black Panther? Yeah. No, Black Panther. Yeah, we had rolled together, man. But that 50 Shades stuff, like she knew. She was like, I ain't going to drag you out with it. I'm just going, hey, look, totally understandable, man. So, like, that's the same way. Like we both got, reviews, about movies, whatever. Okay, like, how did you like, Black Panther? Okay, how did you like
I don't, it's Valentine's Day. I had to go out with the wife.
I ain't knocking that at all. Listen, I don't knock 50 Shades at all. Like, I watched part one, I watched part two. The soundtracks are awesome.
Listen,
like,
I watched all three movies. I'm probably the only one of few dudes that has watched all three movies. But, I watched.
If you would have caught the movie theater at the right day, you could have watched all three of them for like 20. It was like what, $25 or something. They played all three movies back to back.
I'm good. I don't want to.
That was too much 50 Shades.
I don't want to sit in
I don't
the
want
whole,
that much. I don't want to
sit in a theater for like 4 or 5 hours.
But yeah, man, I got
use my feeling in my ass.
I got the
best. Down.
I got the best reviews for Black Panther, man. I got the utmost respect, man, for what they did. I like how they put, Africa as a whole, like in a real good light. I mean, like the overall movie, man. Like, I get tired of seeing. Of like what's portrayed, like, Hancock, he's all drunk with the bottle of Henny jumping around. Handy, man, he's like making fun of, people with disabilities. Like, we needed that one, like that strong one, like Blade. Yeah, that was all right. That was cool for what he did. But like
there was one before Blade was Shadowhawk.
Also, the Green Hornet, like the old school versions of Green Hornet, but none of like that don't compare.
He was not a
Marvel.
Shadowhawk was not a Marvel. Character. He was a offshoot. He was like an Image, and they killed him. They killed him off. Like they gave him AIDS and
listen,
they killed him.
Listen,
like I was like, oh my God, they have a black hero.
When I tell you,
all of a sudden they kill him.
When I tell you that
Spawn,
I get this a strong 10, yeah,
Spawn,
black
all
and
they killed him. Like
listen, when I get this a strong 10, this is a strong 10. Like, when I tell you that the movie was very good from start to finish.
I watched it.
The whole storyline of it all. Like, and plus, it's like one of the ones where like you gotta see the beginning in order to catch up to the middle and the end. It's kind of like where like the end of the movie is like at the beginning. So you just gotta catch it like right at the credits. And of course, like with any Marvel movie, you gotta stay there after the credits roll up because they got a surprise for you.
As soon as that movie it was like, let's go.
Yeah, Marvel. Anything Marvel, you got to stay after the credits. And sure enough, I was glad that I did because
I called a late movie, so I'm walking out like at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. So
Marvel. I don't care if it was 2 in the morning.
When it came out, it was cold, and I'm trying to get to my car. It's cold.
I don't care what you watch, bro. If it's Marvel, you have to stay to the end of the credits, bro.
Your take on the new Jared Kushner, Trump, Russian thing. What's real quick? We're not going to stay on this too much.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is it getting juicy? Is it get deeper?
Mm-hmm.
You know, is it getting wider? You know, is it?
I'm sad. It's sad to
do you,
say this.
What do you think? Resignation, impeachment, or all the way? Is he going to finish this term?
This is so sad to say, you know. But the saddest part about it is that it's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to know what's going to happen next, and we shouldn't be like that.
I think
for
he's
president.
running.
It shouldn't be like that.
I think he's running his White House like a
Death Row Records,
like Death Row meets The Apprentice.
Yes.
You know, meets the White House.
Yes.
A menage a trois of a bunch of
I was
shit.
waiting for him to come out with an all red suit one day, with an all red suit.
Supposedly his ratings have been the worst in history. That was the headline today. He is the polls by the some elite or some some special interest group or whatever said polls he was one of the worst presidents
Maybe
as
it
of
was
today.
The college electoral vote.
Who knows? It could be somebody important.
Since one of their votes equal like 10 regular people votes.
Somebody. No, one of their votes is like 10,000 people.
Exactly.
Like,
one college electoral vote. What the hell is a college electoral vote, bro? I'm still lost over that. And like, since when did they matter?
Well,
like,
they're still trying to, tweak the, try to, they got 4 years to fix this election to where the people can actually vote, and it can be an even,
because listen,
but I don't think it'll ever
popular
happen.
vote, Hillary won. College electoral vote, somehow Trump won, and like those were the votes that mattered.
Well, I mean,
like none of ours mattered.
Popular vote was pretty close. I think it was pretty close.
She shattered him.
In 2020, there's a rumor going around that there's this one guy. He's from Detroit. His name is Ali Muhammad, and he's supposed to be running for president in 2020.
Okay, is he? What do you think?
Let me tell you how he's not going to win. How he's not going to win is that if Biden, Michelle, or Oprah decide to run, it's a wrap.
Because they're trying to. They say that George Soros is trying to groom this guy up.
Of course.
To run for
Canada
for president.
Dry always with a can of dry on my hand. Sometimes not a can.
The reason that it's not going to happen, we got too many people that's been waiting in line. You know what I'm saying? Like different cultures of people, different races of people. Remember, there's another Kennedy that's in the wings. Yeah. That is really starting to be charismatic. Listen, you can have another Hillary. Just after Trump's
you can have another Hillary. You can have another Hillary run. I do not count her out. She ran just because she lost once doesn't mean she can't run again. McCain, didn't he run like two or three times?
Yeah, I think he did.
There was a lot. There was a lot of other people who ran a couple times and just gave it up. I think didn't Bush lose one time?
Who's starting to get pulled into this Russian medal and stuff? The NRA, and there's a reason why people are starting to question them a lot more now. But I'll save that. I'll save that till we get to our
the NRA. Question the NRA. What do you mean?
Well,
the NRA. You know who they're the
National Rifles Association. It's like, what information do they really have?
That's the guy right there. That's they're running for president. That
could actually hint towards
he won't win.
Russian meddling. Because they're a medium that's in between that. They're a medium because they endorse one if not both sides as it is already. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to tap into seeing exactly what these guys know, and if they'd be, if not truthful, at least hint to something. Like what do you know? That's crazy. Like they're turning leaves, they're turning stones all over the place for this. Well, and I mean, we ain't even been in there. This ain't even been a whole year, right?
The reason why is because it's a year. He's been in a year.
I feel like 3 already.
The thing is that they just want to waste the money. They want to constantly waste the money on these bullshit ass investigations that lead to nothing. And they just need something to keep people occupied with not getting the real job done. Okay, they rather deal with meddling that possibly doesn't exist. if it existed, why haven't we found it? Why
no,
does it take,
exists. It's pushing agendas.
But hear me out. Why haven't we found it? Why do we, can we move on? Why do we have to, and I'm not talking about us in particular, I'm talking about, the political arena. Why can't we just, either we're going to investigate it all the way or just stop investigating it, prosecute it, and move the hell on? What they're doing is they're clouding our minds, basically, keeping our minds occupied with the Russian meddling bullshit because they don't want to address the real shit that's going on in America. Opiate issues, hunger, the economy is still, school shootings, by the way, my condolences to the, all the victims in this, the Florida school shooting. That shouldn't have happened. The FBI is 100% responsible for that. When you're ignoring, tips, when they say, if you hear something, say something. But when you hear something, you say something, and they blatantly ignore you.
This wasn't even the case about hearing nothing, say nothing.
Hold on. Why the hell is, if they're not saying nothing, then why the hell, what is the point of their existence? Are they just, there to create shit or just police people or just allow the shit to happen? I apologize if, you guys were just coming at me at the same time. I seen that ready. Him was, you both. So I didn't want to.
No, it's okay. No, you're good, bro. You're good. Now, I was just saying that, notice that all these school shootings, it's like they're particularly chosen in some remote places or some suburban places, most of them.
Well, listen.
And after that, the shooting, the FBI comes out and says, "Oh, by the way, it's like the Nostradamus predictions, like everything seems to come out, then some people will say, "Oh, well, Nostradamus predicted this." It's after the fact. It's never.
It ain't even Nostradamus no more. It's the Simpsons. The Simpsons predicted this.
Yeah, that's true.
Simpsons, CD. Remember growing up, you had our CDs. We had CD covers and cases. Well, the artwork on some of those CDs told the blatant, future. If you just read between the lines, there was CDs all over the place that just, told you what was going to happen. In songs, it would tell you what was going to happen. It's crazy. But what you were saying earlier?
I was going to say that it's crazy that Facebook, or like even YouTube, could shut your page down for copyright violations over songs and stuff, or especially when the radio station pays for the licensing to play those songs over broadcasting. Yeah.
And our pages probably bring more listeners and viewers to their sites, but we get shut down. That's
exactly. You can spend time in Facebook jail and everything, but he could pose guns on Facebook openly talking about shooting schools and it's undetected. So let alone if you hear something, say something, we all saw it. Social media saw it. The world saw it.
I'm not saying that, but like you said, Billy, if somebody plays a song for somebody, then all of a sudden it gets,
Thing is that I can get reported and blocked and sent to Facebook jail over a meme that I got off of Facebook.
Not even a meme. You say the wrong thing. You say the wrong thing in the wrong sentence. You say the wrong couple words in the one sentence, and they all connect. You getting a knock on the door. Knock, knock. You're getting the FBI at the door.
Because as of right now, Mark Zuckerberg, next thing you know, you go to log in and it goes, can't currently log in due to technical difficulties. You click on it and then it says you violated Facebook terms and conditions by posting such and such. They actually show you what you posted. I'm like, what the hell? All I said was power to the people. Something simple. And it's just that gets flagged. But meanwhile, he got all type of AK-47s and assault rifles and hashtag I'm ready to shoot up a school. Hashtag it's going down tomorrow. Hashtag, I'm about to, I'm killing everybody. And nothing. There's nothing done. And the fact that one of the things that was done,
police were at his house 36 times in the past. 36 times.
Did you see how they lightly placed him down? It was just here, just lay down right here. Put your hands behind your back.
Since he was younger, in that, since he's been in that location, he was always a problem. They've always said he was trouble. And when people are telling you tips, you don't see the past. You don't see like the.
Listen to this.
Since who are the who's? Let me say this real quick. Who the hell's learning over there? What are they learning at the FBI? Are they learning to ignore shit, or are they really training? Or are they doing their jobs?
Speaking of FBI and Secret Service, right?
I'm just keeping it real.
I got a good idea. Since Trump wants to tweet and go on and say, very unfortunate for those people. This happened by a guy with the mental illness, but my thoughts and prayers are with everybody. I got a good idea. Let's take his Secret Service away, not forever, but just for like a week. Take the Secret Service away and then go. If something happens,
you can't say that. You can get us shut down.
And then if something happens to you,
don't say that. Don't say that. You can get us shut down.
It's just a scenario. It's just a scenario.
You can get us shut down.
It's just a scenario. If something,
Mark, that's not me. Don't shut me down.
Listen. If something
happens, Mark, don't do it.
If something happens, let's just say that whoever did it had a mental illness, and we're sending our thoughts and prayers with you. Okay?
Listen.
Problem solved.
Listen. I heard a funny noise. I think that was Mark Zuckerberg trying to shut it down.
Hey, no, look, man.
I'm joking.
I'm Billy, man. You can find me on Facebook, man. It used to be Billy the Kid till y'all made me change my name and show ID, so it's just Billy Thomas. But either way, I post the same raunchy shit.
Yeah, I guess what? I got 2 pages now, and what? I can make more. They made me show my ID too, assholes. But
exactly.
And what's your take on the upcoming elections in Trenton? Is it this race is getting heated? There's a lot of people in the arena right now. There's a lot of candidates rolling up in there. There's candidates announcing they're gonna run. There's a lot of hype behind this election. This election is probably the most, heated, like the most hyped up right now, because Trenton is in a delicate place. Trenton is in need of a real leader, not an absent leader, not a guy that's going to just hold a post and get paid on the people and not do anything for the people. Neglect the Trenton water. We need somebody that's going to actually care about the people of Trenton, not, the same old hey, I'm the mayor and don't speak, don't nothing. That's what we need,
I think what happens is it'd be too many people that be close to other people that elected them. It's always
that stuff needs to end.
It's like you're only popular to people that you know.
Well, I want to extend what Ruff was saying. Not only that we need someone that's a leader, but Trenton, being the capital of the state of New Jersey, should be an example, not a throwback.
You'll think that we got this under control by now after being one of the 13 original colonies.
Yeah, I know, right?
Listen, George Washington stepped foot into Trenton, and that was where the decisive, fight right there. It was a turning point in the American Revolutionary War, for the fight against England. That fight in Trenton was a turning point. If we didn't win that battle in Trenton on Christmas Eve, the day after Christmas, wherever day it was, we'd be all English right now. And I feel that Trenton's being, just taken advantage and, neglected and just forgotten.
I mean, have we all been English and like they still been United States? Like, would we have been like a united Europe and maybe our money would be worth more than what it is right now? I don't know.
No, we wouldn't.
It sounds like a bad idea.
Listen. The Declaration of Independence we would not, because guess what? England right now don't have, their citizens don't have arms. They don't have guns, supposedly, right? So guess what? We would not have that, that right to bear arms.
Nah, but they don't have murders either, though. They have no gun areas where a gun is not even permitted inside that area, and nothing happens in that area. Like Canada, as a whole entire, as a whole, might have 51 murders a year. We could reach 51 murders in Trenton.
Listen, brother. It's fucking cold up in Canada. You think nobody wants to kill people in Canada. It's freaking cold.
Still.
All they want to do is play hockey, drink, and surf, and snowboard.
Facts.
And ice fish. Shout out to my people in Canada.
Yeah, man, but
y'all know who
it's
y'all are.
it's just like
Much
we
love for
just
y'all.
got this love for our guns. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Chris Rock said it the best. He said we don't need gun control, we need bullet control. He said I feel like every bullet should cost $50,000. He said you want to know why? Because
Well, I
if
mean,
bullets cost $50,000, wouldn't be no more innocent bystanders.
yes.
He said he must have did something. You pumped about $200,000 worth of bullet in that.
But the thing is, you know, we all know how population control in society works, and you know,
just like the flu vaccination.
The guns are needed to keep the control of the numbers.
Yeah, but then put it inside the hands of people with mental illnesses. Not even that. Like, yo, this kid wasn't even old enough to buy alcohol, but he could buy an assault rifle.
Hold on. What I'm saying is, guns are allowed there. They're just let there, so they can let it's like it's like a virus. You give a couple guns to somebody, and it spreads. The darkness spreads, and guess what? People's create crime. Crime is happening because of those guns. Those guns are just out there, and I'm gonna let this sit. I'm gonna let this little statement sit there in your minds. The guns are put out there so they can work their work, and then the numbers are controlled. This is what they want. I'm gonna just leave that there.
Look how they got put in the South Central. Like, there are people that could actually tell you that trains flowed through the city and just stopped. And they knew that people would rummage through these trains. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was closed, whether, they did it like an annual thing. These trains would come through, they would stop. Well, some in particular months where they would rummage through these trains, you had old war guns, AK-47s, Uzis, all of that stuff. There are people who are alive today that can tell you, well, yeah, the majority of the way that the guns got through here was that the trains would come through here and stop as a pit stop here, unmanned, tanks, whatever. People would just go through there and have a free fall, whether you was taking clothes, food, and some of these contain lots and lots of guns. Actual fact, true story, how they made it into California.
Listen, guns could be, just, kids are walking around with guns. It's sad. Listen, shout out to all the viewers, the listeners, that always motivate us to do this. It's us, we're the Freestyle Freaks, and I'm Ralphie Rotten. And this is, of course, Billy the Kid. And back here is Hamilton Radio, and Ruben back there behind the ones and twos back there of 2000s. No, I'm just saying, just a little reminiscing here, just letting everybody know. You can check us out always Monday nights from 9 to 10. And you can always call. Listen, if you have a question and you want you want to talk or could relate to something, give us a call. The number's on the screen as usual. We always like commentators. We always, everybody always calls. We've had Magic Mike, DJ Juice. We've had a couple months back, not on this show. It'd be great. We'd had Stone Cold Steve Austin call. So, listen, call. Talk to us.
We've had my mom call. Yeah. We've had
all kinds of
all type of celebrities.
All kinds of, people call. So your calls are always welcome. Feedback, comments, shout outs, call us. And same thing when we have any guests, you can always call, talk to our guest. You can be a part of the interview just a little bit, and you want to ask a question, you're more than welcome. Speaking of that, we're gonna have a couple guests coming up soon. And it's in the works. We just right now during the slow times, we like to reminisce and talk about things. This is how we start off our year, nice and smooth and slow, and then we take it. You know how we take it.
A whole another level.
Another level. We like to bring you in closer with us sometimes, so we could, you guys get to know a little bit of us, and what we think and how we think. We're always not just some meme or some post that, you get to see us, talk to us, and you're part of the show with us, get to experience, something that, we enjoy doing here at Hamilton Radio.
Yes.
But always check us out, and always check out, the other channels, Channel 1, Channel 2, Channel 3, music 24/7, commercial free. Let us know, what you think. You got some requests, hit the request button. Comment, ask, let us know what you want to hear. Also check out Channel 3. You know, that's our music. That's the dance music. And always check us out from 9 to 10 Monday nights. Mr. Billy, your shout outs.
Man, shout out to Ralphie Rotten, shout out to Rude Boy, shout out to Monk, man, all of Hamilton Radio, Gene, Jerry, all, you know, every single one of y'all. Shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight. She was real active. My mom had tuned in. You know, shout out and much love to y'all. Shout out to these topics, man, and freestyling and bouncing off of them and running right through them, tearing them up. You know, so
you know, listen,
shout out to all of y'all.
And you know, we don't have anything on the laptop. You know, we don't have anything written up here or there. You know,
Came up here, ran a couple ideas to each other and tore them up.
We just do this. You know, we just you know, was unrehearsed, you know, this is why we're called the Freestyle Freaks, because we do this freestyle. We just bounce off each other, talk about crazy shit, and
like
just
Red
keep it
Man
going.
and Method Man, just,
you know, that, you know, and
Siskel and Ebert.
you know, exactly.
Starsky and Hutch, Turner and Hooch.
You know,
Capone and Noriega. Any
you
awesome
know,
duo.
Again, shout outs to my wife, my daughter. Everybody's part of my life. Yeah, you know, it's we're the Freestyle Freaks, and Mr. Billy the Kid.
Sonny and Cher.
Ruben, you're ugly.
Who's the guy? Who's the guys that the Wedding Crashers? The names? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. That's because Ruben's sun glare is making me forget. The sun glare on his forehead.
You can't. We can't. You can never end the show.
But he started
on
it.
He started it on a up. You know, like on a zing. You gotta. We can't do it on the up. You gotta do it on the zing.
So
always
what?
On the zing.
He got a full head of hair from behind his ears and back.
Okay. So for last minute, you want to get them all out. Get them all out.
Nah, I think I'm done. He's ugly enough. That is his payback.
Listen,
he's ugly. Look
we
at
are
him.
the Freestyle Freaks, and we're peaced. We're out. We're leaving. Much love. See you next week.